Have you ever wondered just how many of the knives that knife reviewers receive to, well, review that they get to keep? How's it going, everybody? I'm Rollshambo, the connoisseur and collector of all things sharp and shiny. And if you want to know the answer to that question, make sure you hang on to the end of the video because I'm going to let you know. Now, you might be wondering what we're doing today because I've already reviewed this knife. This is just the unboxing knife today. Today, we're going to be checking out this. Gigantic package from Caviso. Thank you, and a huge shout out to Caviso for sending me multiple knives to check out. I'm very, very excited. So let's not waste any more time. Let's see what's in the box. Bam, special occasion. I know I don't normally do knife unboxings, but it's about time that we do one. I typically save these for special occasions. And by the way, if you're wondering what knife I'm using to tear up this tape, this is the SOS out the front knife from Blade Ops. And I will link this up in the corner if you want to check that out. All right. So we got 4 knives here. This is pretty sweet. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with the smallest box. We'll go smallest to largest. Very plain packaging, nothing too terribly special there, and that's okay. I mean, most people do not keep the boxes. And inside, we have, come on, get out of there. Get out of there. Wow, this does not want to come out. You know, I went smallest box first because I thought, I had truly and honestly thought that I was going to be able to do this without, you know, going to the nicest one first. And gosh, this is nice. Okay. This is the Caviso Kirby Rain. And this is the knife that spurred me to reach out directly to Caviso to see if we could work out some review units. And if you didn't know, this was actually a knife that was suggested to me during a live stream. Someone said, hey, you should really check this knife out. And then I spent the next 10 minutes drooling over how beautiful it is, the design, the aesthetics, the materials, as I tend to do. I mean, I don't know what you do when you look at knives, but that's what I do. I just drool. And so I reached out to him and I didn't expect to hear back. And then a month later, they reach back out to me and they say, yeah, we have one. We'd be willing to send you one. And here it is. I asked for them to send the purple one because I think purple really pops on camera, and I absolutely love the way this looks with the shredded carbon fiber and the titanium frame with this beautiful purple titanium 3D milled pocket clip and the purple hardware. This is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. I actually do like how that pivot is understated as well. And I really enjoy it when we get 2-directional belt satin finishes on the blade. I actually don't even mind the fact that we get the Kirby Lambert logo right there. That's a sweet logo. And this is actually the first Kirby Lambert design that I've ever looked at, ever. And I'm seriously impressed. And guys, I'm going to tell you right now, at the time of recording this, there are still a few of these available. They said that they were running out. Jared Neves has already done a review on this knife. So chances are a ton of people already know about it. If this is the first time you're seeing it, and if you really like it, make sure to check the pinned comment and the links in the description, because I don't know how long these are going to be available. As far as I'm aware, they're not planning on doing another run of these. And if you don't like purple, they do have it in other color spectrums as well. But personally, I think this purple is awesome. The ergos are phenomenal. The jimping is really well placed, and I really enjoy that beautiful recurve on the blade. You get a lot of belly there on a very deep hollow grind. This is going to be seriously slicey. Say seriously slicey 5 times fast. While you do that, I'm going to continue. It is in fact a frame lock. However, unlike other frame locks where the whole thing is exposed and it's easy to put too much pressure on the frame and it makes it hard to deploy, on this one, because of this overlay, it's really easy to do. There's no issue. The action is running on ceramic bearings and it is so good. Like when you're spending hundreds of dollars on a knife, you want the action to feel like it. And on this one, it absolutely does. This is beautiful. Oh man, just look at, that's phenomenal. Something else which is really neat is that you get a floating carbon fiber backspacer as well. The floating backspacer is not something you see very commonly done. Watch, I'll say that, and then like the next 10 knives that come out are all gonna have a floating backspacer. It does have a hidden lanyard pin right there, so if you are a lanyard type person, this could very well be up your alley. This is gorgeous. Wow. So again, guys, this is not a review. I'm going to do full-fledged reviews for all of the knives that I'm going to show today. I just kind of wanted to show what came in this massive box. This next one obviously is a Caviso QSP, and I gotta say, I love how QSP does their unboxing, because you pull it out and it's like the red carpet is being pulled out for you. Let me know who does your favorite unboxing experience as far as knives are concerned. Now, this probably looks familiar, and that's because this is a QSP Penguin. However, this one is a bigger Penguin than we're used to. QSP always sends these cards, which is nice because it tells us the specs right there. Just shy of 8 inches overall with a 3.37 inch blade. It has jimping, yay. And S35 VN on the blade, titanium. But this is a Caviso exclusive. So it is a titanium frame lock. The original Penguin is not. It's a liner lock, and it's a very cheap and inexpensive knife. But people loved the model so much that they started making more and more variants of it. And wow, this is beautiful. I really enjoy the purple accents on the hardware, the purple thumb studs, the purple pivots, and then, oh man, look, it's mocha tie. It's mocha tie. And here's the thing, when I requested these, I thought they were going to be sending me the one that had like the full purple swirly crazy tie handles, and they didn't. I'm actually glad they didn't, because I think this one is very classy and well done. The purple really pops, and you just don't see mocha tie that often. Like, we're starting to see it more and more as time goes on. It's being used, but you just don't see it that often. This one feels great. That action is perfect. And you know what? It needs to be, because that's what QSP is known for with this model. Really beautiful, classy knife. I'm going to be looking forward to doing the full review on this one as well. We'll put this over here to the side. All right, now we've got some bigger ones. Now we're going to go ahead and open this. Let's see. All right. Very nice. And we got a pouch. Cool. Inside the pouch is a cleaning cloth, and then of course, hello. It's got a little bit of oil on it. That's okay. That's okay. We could wipe that off real quick. This is the Gavco Nurse, and listen, Gavco Designs, if you didn't know, Gavco always names his knives based on like ocean creatures. And so if you're wondering what ocean creature a nurse is, if you look at the gills there, they look like shark gills. He's referring to a nurse shark. Now, I've also never handled a Gavco knife before. Let's go ahead and give it a first pop. Oh, wow. That was a weak pop on my end. And in the pictures, I thought this was going to be a much bigger knife. It is actually a little bit on the smaller side, but I can still get a full 4-finger grip. Absolutely no jimping on the top spine of this knife. It's okay. I could live with that. You do get some holes here, which I'm assuming are for weight reduction, and there is no backspacer whatsoever. Extremely open back design. But you know what else? All you got to do to take this knife apart is 2 screws, pivot screw and that screw right there. Since I failed on the first deployment, let's try it again. Yeah, that is very, very smooth. And we still got some oil right here, guys. It's okay. Oil gets places during the shipping, but that is a really interesting looking knife. Yes, it is what I would consider to be a sheep's foot, but it doesn't necessarily look like a whole lot of other sheep's foot knives. The flipper tab sticks out, and you do have a sharpening choil. Do not consider that a finger choil. While you could technically squeeze your finger in there, that's really not what it was meant for. As you can see, that's meant to actually create space between the edge of the blade and that grind line. So that just helps create more life over time for that edge. As you sharpen it, you won't make it smile quite as much. You do get the Gavco logo right there, which doesn't look too shabby. I don't mind it. On the other end, you have basically a single-sided captive pivot, titanium handle scales, titanium pocket clip, and let's see how well it reverse flicks. Oh yeah. That's nice. This is one of those knives that I look at pictures of it online and then I think that it's going to be bigger than it is. I wonder if that's how the ladies feel. Don't answer that question. All right. And the fourth and final knife in here is also in that drop packaging. And let's see what's in here. It is another pouch, and inside this pouch it's another Gavco design. This is the Thresher. Wow. I love these handle scales. I gotta say, those handle scales just look so good. And unlike the Nurse that has 0 backspacer, this one has almost an entire full body backspacer. And listen, if you're wondering why I'm so nuts about backspacers, it's because they protect the edge of the blade from crap that's in your pockets. This one is already a much bigger and heavier knife, but oh man, that action, let's see. It's fantastic. The thumb studs work really, really good. And I like that they don't look like all the other thumb studs out there on the market. That's crazy. This one also has a little bit of oil on there. No worries. We'll get that off of there. Same style pocket clip. This one has, this one just looks and actually feels a lot better in my hands. You know, when I knew these knives were coming, I'm not going to pretend that it's a surprise. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know this was going to show up. No, I knew these knives were coming. If you had asked me at the time which Gavco knife I would have liked better, just based on the pictures, I probably would have picked the Nurse. But having them in hand, yeah, no, this Thresher is excellent. It feels excellent. First impressions are really, really good. That is just fantastic. I love how deep the belly of that blade is, and you have not 1 but 2 clips in the spine of that blade. That is fantastic. I'm going to be saying that a lot. Just like with the other one, there's not a whole lot of body screws because this has almost a full length body backspacer. It does have 1 extra screw, but nothing too serious. This feels like a serious knife. Plenty of belly there. Nice grind on that edge bevel. Wow. All right, so let's go ahead and get out all of the knives. Just look at that. All of these knives, man, I'm really excited about these. These are phenomenal. If you made it this far, let me know in the comment section down below which one of these you're most excited to see a review on, or to see more information on, or to see pictures on. I've got my work cut out ahead of me. Now, I did promise that at the end of the video, I would tell you about how many knives that knife reviewers get sent that we actually get to keep. Here's the answer: not many. We get, or at least I get, knives from about 4 different sources. The first source is retailers who I've reached out to and asked to borrow some of their knives. The second source is going to be viewers just like you who have reached out to me or answered a call of mine to lend me a knife. The third source is going to be companies that reach out to me, manufacturers that reach out and say, hey, would you help us launch this knife, or would you do a review for us? And those sometimes you get to keep, but that's not very frequent. And then of course the fourth is when I go out and I spend my own money to buy a knife. These are all knives that are being lent to me by Caviso. So I do want to say thank you again for them, for having the faith in me that I'm not just some random dude and that I am actually going to make content on them. That being said, guys, if you want to support the channel so that I can get knives by buying them, I prefer doing it that way because that gives me the ability to have more time with them, to take more time with them, and really dig in deep. When someone lends me a knife, whether it's a retailer or a viewer, as much as I like that, it means that I have to be more careful with them because I don't want to damage somebody's knives. So if you want to support the channel, there's a couple different ways you can do that. The first way is by simply liking and subscribing and hitting the notification bell. The more support that I get, the bigger the channel grows, the easier it is for me to get knives. The second way is to become a channel member. Channel members do get some exclusive benefits, like for example, they get my Sunday podcast, The Bleeding Edge, first, a week before anybody else. Second, they all get first dibs on any knives that I'm selling. And you also get some pretty cool emojis as well as prioritization of comment responses. So that definitely helps me out. You don't have to, but if you want to support the channel, trust me, that helps. And all funds do go right back into the channel. The next way is just by showing up and commenting and watching the videos. If you watched this far, go ahead and leave a comment down below with the word RAINE, R-A-I-N-E, and that will let me know that you actually watched this video all the way through. Guys, that's all I got for you today. I'm really excited for what comes next with these knives. Make sure if you liked the video to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, boo-hoo, you know what to do. And if you want to see the reviews for all 4 of these knives, make sure you hit subscribe and smash that notification bell. I'm Rollshambo. I'll catch you on the flip side.